Good morning. It's finally Friday. Do you realize I've been making these videos for 3 weeks now? It's hard for me to believe. I began with the idea of making maybe 2 or 3, but they've been so well received and your comments have touched me deeply. And so here I am, still making them and hoping that you're being blessed each morning. You know, the whole idea behind these videos is to inspire and uplift you, reminding you that while all the news out there seems to be bad and things seem dismal for now, but there are so many bright things out there. But sometimes, well, you really have to look to find them. I came across this true story last night, and it's important enough to me that I threw out the message I had planned for today to bring you this one instead. It was written by Halise Bridges. A teacher in New York decided to honor each of her students in high school by telling them the difference they each had made. She called each student to the front of the class, one at a time. First, she told them how they had made a difference to her and to the class. Then she presented each of them with a blue ribbon imprinted with gold letters which read, "Who I am makes a difference." Afterwards, the teacher decided to do a class project to see what kind of impact recognition would have on a community. She gave each of the students 3 more ribbons and asked them to go out and spread this acknowledgement ceremony. Then they were to follow up on the results and see who had honored whom and report back to the class in about a week. One of the boys in the class went to an executive in a nearby company and honored him for helping him with career planning. He gave him a blue ribbon and pinned it on his shirt. Then he gave him 2 extra blue ribbons and said, "We're doing a class project on recognition and now we'd like you to go out and find somebody to honor. Give them a blue ribbon and then give them the extra blue ribbon so they can give it out to a third person to keep this acknowledgement ceremony going. And please, if you would, report back to me and let me know what happened." Later that day, the young executive went to see his boss, a man who was known for being a kind of a grouchy fellow. He sat the boss down and told him he deeply admired him for being a creative genius, a great leader. The boss seemed very surprised. The younger executive asked if he would allow him to pin the blue ribbon on his shirt, if he would accept that. Much to the surprise of the young man, the boss said, "Well, sure." The young executive took the blue ribbon and put it on the boss's jacket, right above his heart. And then he gave him the last extra ribbon, and he asked, "Would you do me a favor? Would you take this last ribbon and pass it on by honoring somebody else? The young boy who first gave me the ribbons is doing a project at his school, and we want to keep the recognition ceremony going and find out how it affects people." That night, the boss came home to his 14-year-old son and sat him down. He said, "You know, the most incredible thing happened to me today. I was in my office and one of the younger executives came in and told me he admired me and gave me a blue ribbon for being a creative genius." Imagine that. He thinks I'm a creative genius. Then he put this blue ribbon on my jacket that says, "Who I am makes a difference." He gave me an extra ribbon and asked me to find somebody else to honor. As I was driving home tonight, I started thinking about who I could honor with this ribbon, and I thought about you. I want to honor you. My days are hectic when I come home, and I know that sometimes I don't pay a lot of attention to you. I scream at you sometimes for not getting good enough grades and for your bedroom being a mess, but somehow tonight I just wanted to sit here and, well, let you know you do make a difference to me. You're a great son, and I love you. The startled boy began to sob and couldn't stop crying. His whole body just trembled and shook. He looked up at his dad and he said through his tears, "Dad, earlier tonight, I sat in my room and wrote a letter to you and Mom, explaining why I had killed myself and asking you to forgive me. I was going to commit suicide tonight after you were asleep. I didn't think you cared at all. The letter's upstairs. I don't think I'm going to be needing it." His father walked up the stairs and found the heartfelt letter filled with anguish and pain, the envelope addressed Mom and Dad. The boss went back to work a changed man. He was no longer a grouch, but made the effort to let every single employee there know that they made a difference. The young executive, well, he helped several other young people with career planning and never forgot to let them know that they made a difference in his life. And one of those men was the boss's son. And the young boy and his classmates, they learned a valuable lesson as well. You see, who you are does make a difference. For more information about Helise Bridges and the organization that she founded, Blue Ribbons Worldwide, please visit www.blueribbons.org. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. I pray that you have a blessed day today. Each morning, look to this Facebook page for more encouraging videos that'll help lift your spirits. And as always, I encourage you to leave a comment. Feel free to share this video with your friends. Thank you. And God bless you as you go through your day today.